Here's a guy who's just minding his own business and he gets a heart attack. He's in his 70s. These defibrillators have been a big thing that have helped save a lot of lives, but they're just not handy wherever you are, especially just walking on a sidewalk. So one came to the rescue via a drone. They flew a defibrillator in on a drone.
Yeah, it's wild. This guy was out. He was just shoveling the snow, right there in his driveway, and he just hit the ground. Thankfully, there was a doctor that was just kind of walking by at that time. They called for emergency help, and they sent a defibrillator via a drone, which is incredible to me. It got there in 3 minutes, which they say is faster than maybe EMS would have shown up.
It could have been 5-10 minutes, depending upon traffic, to get to him who was having the heart attack. And there's this company, I think this is in Europe, called Everdrone. They're developing this life-changing service so that doctors can get defibrillators out to the field really, really quick. Like this, I mean, within 3 minutes, that's fast.
Yeah, and when you're in a situation like that, seconds matter. Seconds can mean life or death. And the fact that it only took 3 minutes, I mean, that is life-saving change.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
With that colder weather this weekend, possibly in the forecast for you, maybe you're looking for some snacky snacks while you're hunkered down. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
That's such a mom thing to say. The snacky snacks.
Snacky snacks.
The snacky snacks.
Dads don't say that?
Not me.
Okay.
No, I'm not walking around. Snacky snack kids? Are they snacky snacks? No, that's not. I'm sorry.
I want you to. Can you just say that from now on?
Never anymore. Snacky snack? I think Eli would slap me. That's my 13-year-old. No. Dad, no. Goldfish. I don't know if goldfish is a part of your pantry, They're in mine. My kids love goldfish. I don't mind a goldfish or two, but they're kind of tiny, right? Mm-hmm. Are they supposed to be just for the kids, the goldfish?
I don't know. I will pack them in my lunch in a heartbeat, so I don't know. I like my snacky snacks.
Well, snacky snacks. So now goldfish, they've made them for mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, any adult, because the goldfish version now for adults is called Mega Bites, and they're 50% bigger. They finally made one where you don't need a handful to feel like you ate one.
Oh, okay. So you're now limited to like 6 or 8 rather than your little Ziploc full of goldfish.
Kinda, because they're really big. Sharp cheddar is one. They have two flavors, and then cheddar jalapeno. Ooh.
That one
nice.
That one doesn't sound good. See, now the little goldfish there's pizza, there's original, there's like the cheddar, but they also have, is it a French toast one? Oh my goodness. It's so good.
Really?
If you need a little something sweet and it's not terrible as far as calories go, or
fish.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, man, okay. But you got the Mega Bites now for the snacky snack.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
There's a mom that had her twins about 6 months ago, but just this past week was the first time she ever introduced them to anybody, and it was just the sweetest thing.
I get that because, sometimes as a mom, I would understand that you just want to make sure they're protected, especially with sickness and everything else that's around. So I get that. So aunts and uncles were able to meet the twins, huh?
Right, exactly. And the public, because she did put them on display for the public, but
Wait,
she only...
what?
Yeah, she only allowed about 6 people at a time to see them. They're twin panda cubs.
Oh, okay. So we're talking at a zoo.
Yeah, exactly. This is at the Tokyo Zoo. So if you want to go see them, you got to do some traveling. But
it didn't sound like it was some neighborhood.
I know.
Sitting on the front porch. Next, come on up. See our kids.
Yeah, well, because of, everything that's going on, they only allow 6 people at a time to see them at the zoo. But their names are Zhao Zhao and Lele. and I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but
Sounded good to me. I think you nailed it.
I'm going with it. First ever panda cubs to be born at the zoo. So there was a big celebration about it. And see, that's not normal for pandas. They don't normally have twins. That's like an anomaly almost.
Didn't know
And
that.
so, yeah. And so Mama Panda only was going to take care of one of them. And so they had to raise the other one for the first 6 months of its life in an incubator. But now she's a proud mom and has them both on display.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad that she came to her senses.
Right? She's like, oh, that one's mine too.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Here's the thing that they're saying now when you're booking your trip, because a lot of people are, you got a plan, right? Especially for the spring break and the summer vacations that are coming up. Maybe you can wait a little bit for the holiday season, well into November, December. But those who are doing that now, they say if you're booking a flight, kind of splurge a little bit for the refundable ticket because it's just a tad bit more. Because sometimes if you're monitoring the prices, they drop. It's like, wait a minute, I'm going to get a refund and rebook this flight because now the prices have dropped a little bit.
Oh, that's a good idea. I know when we booked our flight and our hotel, the hotel you can cancel up to the day before we're supposed to be there. The flight, we can change dates over about a 4 or 5 month period. So that's a good thing if something comes up.
Yeah, to change the date. But they're saying, did you get a refundable ticket or do you even know?
I know that we did not.
Okay, yeah. See, and so that's one of the things that some people are saying. Some of the experts, the quote experts, they say if you do splurge, do it for the refundable ticket because then you can monitor the prices in the weeks to come because sometimes the price of the airline flight drops.
Yeah, and
Now, you can't predict it, but still.
No, but I have heard that you don't look for airline tickets like certain days of the week, but it's better to look. I think it's Tuesday is one of the best days to look for airline prices because they're cheaper and clear the cookies on your computer so that you're almost starting over because your computer knows your history and it gives you the same price. I don't know. Yeah.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just hear that? I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't mean for that to happen. It's Rob and Liz, by the way, his radio. My phone just vibrated. I don't know if you heard the zzz.
Oh.
You know how you hear the zzz? You're in a meeting, you're at dinner, somebody has their phone on the table, turned upside down, still as a distraction.
Well, because you didn't turn the vibrate off.
Zzz across the table, and then you have to look at it. Can I look at mine?
I guess.
I don't want to be rude.
Well, if you look at it, you are kind of being rude. But if it's that important, go ahead.
Don't look.
Go ahead.
Notification.
Good grief. Goodness.
Can I just read it to you?
Sure.
The notification?
Okay.
It says, it's Friday. That's obvious. Thank you for telling me. It's Friday. It's going to be a cold weekend, snow for some. Okay, yeah. And you need something that you can curl up with. How about a HISRadio Bluetooth speaker? Open the app and win. Oh, okay. Look at that. Thanks. I can't win, but thanks.
No, you can't, but everybody else could.
Yeah, this is like the last day to actually win these HISRadio Bluetooth speakers on the My HISRadio app. So it's open right now. Seriously, that notification just came through a moment ago, and it's open for about 15 minutes to win the Bluetooth speaker.
Right. So all you have to do, you do have time to download the My HISRadio app if you don't already have it. If you do, just go ahead and open the app, get yourself registered. Like Rob said, about 15 minutes that you can get registered and you could win that sweet HISRadio Bluetooth speaker.
Strings attached? No. The app is free. You could win the Bluetooth speaker for free. We just hope that when you listen to the Bluetooth speaker, since his radio's on it, you listen to his radio on the app.
Well,
I know
absolutely.
you'll stream Spotify and playlist and stuff, but from time to time, it'd be awesome.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
So we're getting some memories on our open mic through the My HISRadio app of snow because Izzy's on its way. And so there is the thought that a lot of areas could get snow in the south So the open mic is on the My His Radio app, and here's one of them.
Hey, my name's Cassidy, and when I was younger and the power would go out because of snowstorms, we would light up all the candles in our house, or at least in the living room, and my family would play charades with each other until our power came back on or it was time to go to bed, and it just made it such a fun experience because it was like charades in the dark, but it was family time, and it was just something we did when it snowed. I don't know why we never did it any other time.
Yeah, that just kind of happens. You have your thing, and it's just the snow, and that's when you do it. And I think Cassidy was doing her dishes.
Maybe running a bath. I'm not sure.
I heard the water going. That's a great memory, Cassidy.
It is. And Angela texted in a memory. She said, when I was 3, I heard the thunder while it was snowing. And her dad stood up she stood up and said a word she shouldn't say, and then asked, I know, what was that? And he said, what did you just say? Talking about the word she shouldn't say. And she said, oh, I was just saying my ABCs.
Oh, sure. Sure. Oh, here's someone on the open mic, too.
Hey, Liz and Rob. This is Rick. And I grew up in New York, and yes, I have heard thunder, and I've seen lightning during a snowstorm in the wintertime. And just reflect on something that y'all talked about yesterday. I used to run behind the bug truck, too. But I don't have any bugs today. Have a great day. God bless you all. I love listening to you.
Oh, well, thank you, Rick. That's very nice. Good memory, too, especially the bug truck that you ran behind.
I know.
No bugs today. It's too cold.
Absolutely.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Is it just me, or does the name Izzy for a storm sound like it's an artist on the radio?
A little bit. It also, to me, sounds like an awful lot of fun. So I'm hoping this is a fun storm.
Yeah. No power outage.
Right.
Everybody have fun.
Right.
And may it snow everywhere. May it snow all over Myrtle Beach, in Charleston, in Savannah. May it snow in your backyard.
And then
may
be
the
gone.
driveways be clear.
Yeah,
You can drive around and get anywhere that you want. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio. Oh, check out this open mic from the My His Radio app that just came in.
My name is Jamie. I'm from New York, and I remember as a kid always waiting to get that call that there would be no school. You'd have to get up early anyway and watch the news and wait and see if your school would be on the channel. You'd see it on the bottom, and that would mean no school or delay. And also one year, remember, we got so much snow, my cousin and friend, we went to this ledge, and it used to be a really high drop between the ledge and the driveway, and we used to jump off of it into the snow.
Oh, that was a lot of snow to be able to jump off the cliff like that and go, whoop, and fall into a nice pillow of snow.
Exactly.
How sweet can that be? And just watching TV going, is my school coming up? Is my school coming up? Now you don't have to worry about that. You get a call and a notification from a text that your school is out.
And you don't even hardly have to do that anymore because there's hardly any more snow days. Well, we heard from Cindy. She said, we didn't have snow boots or snow suits, so all the neighborhood kids would layer on as many clothes as you could up under the coat, but her mom would use empty bread bags, put them over her shoes, and then wrap masking tape at the top, and that was their snow boots.
It worked, right?
It feels like it would be really slick on the snow, but I guess it did work. Tiffany said the only time she texted in, said the only time my mom bakes cookies is when we get snow. So maybe Tiffany gets cookies this weekend.
A lot of cookies. Please, please, and thank you.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's been really interesting hearing about these housing situations and markets and sales and not being able to find homes and stuff like that to buy because they're going so quick, right? It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. And I was reading about how 3D printing for houses seems to be the construction of the future. There was a Habitat for Humanity in Arizona. They built like a 1,200 square foot house in 12 hours.
Wow.
And the family's in it already.
Yeah, there's such a housing shortage. And then there's also supply shortages. The lumber and the lumber costs are just through the roof that people have been trying to find ways to get their house built, quickly, efficiently. And this seems to be the way to do it. They said it's less expensive, even though they've got to bring this huge 3D printer out.
It's huge, yeah, and it doesn't look like the Hewlett Packard you have at your house.
Oh, I hope
You know,
not.
the thing is huge and it's crane-like, and the way that it builds and prints this stuff out, it just makes it in front of you. It's so interesting to watch when I stream it on YouTube.
Yeah, even when you think about a 3D printer that might print out something the size of a Lego, to me, that's still mind blowing. I have a hard enough time making my printer, the one I do have at my house, work anyway. A 3D printer, mind blown.